Here we are, we have come for a trip to Cadbury World to see the Halloween event. Rody's found a snake. So as you first walk into Cadbury World, you go through the Aztec jungle and you learn about the journey of the cocoa bean. Plus it's worth knowing when you book in, you can get your souvenir bag and you get some free chocolate. If you are If you are interested in visiting, check out in the description and I'll put some affiliate links that you can click on where you can buy tickets to come and view Cadbury World, the history of chocolate, and see how chocolate's made. So, Rody's currently dressing the gods.
I am the man who chocolates. I don't know.
That one's not working. Rody's trying to dress the gods. There we go. Oh, there's a little waterfall there. Cool. There's some bartering. So, is that 2 chocolate beans for a pumpkin?
Yeah.
Oh, 10 for a rabbit.
100 for a person.
So we've got calendar stone. Daily journey of the sun through the cycles of the moon. The pattern of the seasons, the counting of days and months and motions of the planets and stars. And then we've got the Europeans discovering chocolate. I'm guessing 1519 was a key part to play in it. So we're exploring. So not at the temple. The display of the Aztecs with the Spanish. So we've got a bit of a question and answer thing now. The Aztec calendar had the same number of days as our own. Oh, that's a good question. Because the calendar's changed.
I can't remember the number.
Oh, true. 365 days, they just had more months. Secret to making very strong steel. No. What else we got? Aztecs were skilled metal workers. Yeah, gold. Aztecs knew the secret of making the colour red. True. Cochlear, I imagine. Yeah, cochineal even. Aztecs knew the secret to curing smallpox. 3 out of 5. Oh, we're in a boat. We got Monk.
Defeating the Aztec just as I returned to Spain. My fellow countrymen absolutely adored. I loaded my galleons with coffee, chocolate drink. Everyone is drinking.
So he's loaded it with the cocoa.
increasing the chili pepper and by adding other spices. Cinnamon, nutmeg, and by adding sugar. We kept chocolate a closely guarded secret for over 100 years. Until the daughter of King Philip
The sugar that makes it similar to today.
Louis XIII of France, and took the secret with her to the French court. Chocolate and cocoa arrived in England under Cromwell, but didn't gain popularity until the restoration of King Charles II, when it became popular both at court and with the wealthy. Samuel Pepys, the famous diarist, wrote of it the day after the coronation of Charles II.
Wait. My head is sad taking from last night's drink, which I am sorry for. So Rosa went out with Mr. Creed to drink our morning draft. She gave me chocolate to settle my stomach.
So now we go to the holding area before we go into the cinema. Ah, old plates. And a jar of cocoa beans. Going to St James's Place in London. Oh, it's all done up for Halloween. There's spider webs and spiders.
Not sure they're decorated like that.
And then we've got White's Chocolate House in St James's. And then the Cadbury shop. And then we're back in Birmingham.
And this is my shop, where I first established my business in 1824. My father, Richard Cadbury, owns and runs the drapery store next door. Our family are staunch Quakers, and we originally came from the West Country. Father moved the family to Birmingham from our home in Exeter in 1794 and set up his business as a linen draper and silk merchant. Birmingham was a fine place to live, with plenty of business opportunities. We soon made many friends, and my father became a prominent member of the local Quaker community. Because of our religious beliefs, Quakers were considered to be nonconformists. This prevented us from studying at university, and as a result, we were unable to enter the professions such as medicine and law. Also, because Quakers are pacifists, we couldn't join the army or navy. And so trade and commerce were the only areas where Quakers could focus their ambitions.
Make our way to the next room now.
Okay, can't record the next part, but it goes into history of Cadbury and how chocolate's made with interactive seats. So we've watched the first one on the history of Cadbury's, and now we're in the theatre for the second one, which is how chocolate's made. So that was the, you can use this one if you want, the process of how chocolate was made, up to the point where we got to the liquid chocolate, and then as you come into this bit, there's some guides on how each of the things are actually made. I know you can't hear it very well, but this is how they make cream eggs. They only put the fondant in the one side.
So you half at the top.
Cadbury's Easter eggs start like this thick or liquid chocolate.
yummy Easter eggs.
Chocolate is deposited into molds shaped like one half of an egg. The eggshells are shaken gently to get rid of the air, and then turned upside down to tip out the excess chocolate. This covers the mold evenly with chocolate and removes any excess. The half eggs then travel on a conveyor belt under a metal detector, and samples are checked for quality and weight. A special machine
I'd quite happily check the samples.
inverts them and places them into special receptacles, which on the next pass have the second half of the egg placed on top. The whole eggs now make their way to the foil wrapping machine. The egg is then fed into the wrapping machine, where it is carefully held steady while the foil is first placed over the top before the lower seal is formed. The end sections are then folded to produce the seal. The foil-covered eggs are then spun in a smoothing cup belt, which ensures the foil covering is smooth and fits tightly around the egg before being taken to the packaging area.
It is worth noting today that they have published in advance parts of Cadbury World are currently closed off because they're doing work. I know when we walked in, the shop was closed off, and normally you can walk up there to see to the right to see everything being made. But that's all closed off at the minute, so we're going straight on to Chocolate Quest. That just means that you don't get to see how chocolate's actually made or them making the specific shapes. That was Ride on Galaxy Quest. It brings you out to what used to be the shop, and when it's all back open again, I imagine it will be the shop, where you basically collect milk, cocoa beans, and then turn it into yummy dairy milk. Plus, when you come off the ride, you get another dairy milk. Through the foyer, we got some more spooky decorations, and the rest of the tour continues outside. So the shop has moved to down here. Definitely got to go in the shop. It's worth noting if you are an annual pass holder, you do get discount in the shop too. So that's the shop. It's a temporary pop-up shop, but whilst it's all closed off on the inside, you do come outside before you go back in to the Bourneville experience. And outside it's got the 4D cinema, and there is a Halloween show on for Halloween. As you walk in, there's just some facts. So 2024 is 200 years of Cadbury's. Whisper was launched in 1983. The guerrilla marketing in 2007. The first Cadbury Easter egg was in 1875. And then you got an overview of Bourneville. Looks like at the minute they are doing face painting. Got some of the old boxes, some of the old club stuff, an old whisk, cocoa whisk. Decorative boxes. Then has become a bit more modern. I had one of them as a kid. I remember having one for Christmas. Some of the old boxes and tins. Jigsaws at the top, and then some of the cars and trucks. I know Elliot used to play with some of those trucks. They're quite old. Yeah, got that, nannies. You got your cup as well. some of the ones. I think we've got the mini eggs one that we had out to the Easter egg. And then you work your way through. I can smell it from here to the chocolate writing room. You can't eat this chocolate, but you can write names and do things in chocolate. The display does continue while you're waiting. There's normally quite a queue for this bit as well. There we go. That used to be upstairs, but there's the chocolate being mixed. So it looks like they've split this room up, and the chocolate tempering that used to be upstairs is now here. But before you get to that, you can do the chocolate writing. Mine's all curvy. Right, this is nice and straight. But the advantage of it being down here, it looks like they're letting you have a go at tempering as well. Which upstairs, they just tended to show you what to do. Oh, it looks like you get some more chocolate on the way out. So we have got the shop this part. We'll be going in the shop after. We've had quite a bit of chocolate today. I think they're starting to give you a bit more. But now we're going to head to the 4D cinema. So the 4D cinema is a bit of a journey where you go on a little bit of a roller coaster as well with all the beans. There is a bit of a pre-show to it, but whilst you are in there you get all the interaction with moving seats. So we're just waiting to do that now. This is just some of the pre-show based on a news type report.
Which required the strength of nearly 100 chuckle beans to maneuver it into place. The new facility has been kept under wraps until now, as remarkably, Cadbury have agreed to allow chocolate lovers to see it when the gates open later today. Our very own Cadbury Gorilla has gone walkabout again. He downed sticks and wandered off midway through a recording session and has not been seen since. Police say the massive musical gorilla can be easily identified by his syncopated drumming style and advise the public not to approach him unless they too can play complicated drum rhythms. And finally, the new Crunchy Honeycomb theme park has opened to critical acclaim. It features the world's highest chocolate roller coaster that, it is claimed, is taller than the Empire State Building. CBNN's Jack Beanstalk was at the park today to see for himself. So, how was it, eh? Oh, too hot!
This is the cinema, and those are the gates that we'll be going through. So, those are the pictures on the way out. Other whisper bubbles. There we go, we went into Cadbury Land. It's raining now. And ended up going on the roller coaster ride after we fell from the hot air balloon. It is quite a good experience. We are now going to head over to the shop before we go and do the Halloween show that's on. So we've just seen the show. Unfortunately it didn't record, but it's kind of a show that's made up with lots of bad jokes, which are quite funny. There's a point where you get sprayed with water as you see Fredo do various roles, magician. You're kind of having the Halloween party. Overall, it's a fantastic show, and it's always good to see how they interact with the crowd, because when people were shouting things from the crowd, they were reacting to it. Overall, it was a fantastic experience, a really good show, definitely worth a watch. And here we have chocolate pumpkin patch. You can buy your chocolate pumpkin in the shop. I didn't see any, so I wonder if they've run out. And that was our trip to Cadbury World. We've got milkshakes. Rosie's got the Freddo one, because it's got the lid on, they haven't put it on, and I got the buttons one to enjoy it on the way home. It's a great place to visit, especially if you're a chocolate lover. And it's got a massive shop where you can get your chocolate from as well. Yeah, we've ended up with loads of chocolate, and it come to not much over £30. That's a bonus in itself without the attraction itself. Attraction itself takes you through the history of chocolate. You got your moving cinemas in there, 4D cinema, and there's a show on for Halloween. I enjoyed that show. I did really enjoy that show, so it's well worth coming for a watch of that. And yeah, overall, it's a great place to visit. I know I'm biased because I love Cadbury chocolate at the best of time. At the minute, it's not fully open because they're doing a lot of building work, but they do tell you that before you come. It's on the website. See the description for a link to the website, and it's also a place where, if you want to, you can access the tickets or see all the other information on there. It is the official Cadbury website, and it's our affiliate link. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.